If you like this video, click like. If you want to continue to follow our adventure, hit subscribe. Your support would be greatly appreciated. Hello, House on the Road subscribers and followers. All that green, lush forest. Look at that. It's beautiful. And then I'm going to swing around to black and brown forest. This is a result of a controlled burn that we witnessed the other day. And they started out just right here. And it gets spotty, it's off and on. But as you go further towards the campsite, it gets more dramatic. And I learned why. The reason why is they kind of work the road area when they do a controlled burn, and then when they get past the road area, they just kind of let it go. And then they have helicopters come around, which the helicopters have been around a lot, and keep an eye on things, make sure it's not getting out of hand, and if there's a problem, then they will drop something, I guess, from the helicopter is what I'm understanding, and it, you know, takes care of the problem. The thing is the other day we were walking this trail and we stumbled right into the controlled burn. Walked right into it, and it was just a line of fire. And I was really surprised. Like I said, I didn't know at the time, I later learned, I was surprised there was nobody watching the burn. It was late in the evening. I turned around, got my camera, and came back and took pictures of it. So on this trail is this bridge, this foot bridge. Very solid bridge. Very old, I think. I couldn't tell you how old. Made out of poles, planks. This is an incredible bridge. Huge poles. You see the cable? Holds it in place. Really neat bridge. And it was built by the labor donated by the Chickasaw Group. And the materials were donated in part by Northern Florida Lumber / Appalachia Pole Company. So, I mean, there was a lot of care that went into this bridge, and it's volunteers. I found out from the ranger that these trails are maintained by volunteers, and they built this. Okay, well, so the day after the controlled burn that I was telling you, we saw the fire. The bridge was on fire, and there is probably a 10-foot section that burned right here. So I ran back to the campsite, got some buckets, and put the fire. We got water from the creek over there, and I dumped water on this bridge until I got the fire out. And I wanted to tell somebody because now it's unsafe. This last section, it's unsafe. See? So I wanted to tell someone. So I waited until I saw a ranger. He came by the other day, and I was telling him that, you know, the bridge caught on fire from the controlled burn, and that I put it out with water. And he says, "Do you want to walk down there with me so I can get pictures?" He says, "I haven't been there in a long time, and I don't know how to get down there anymore, but I know what bridge you're talking about, and that's an awesome bridge." He said, "Would you mind walking down there with me?" And I said, "Sure." So we walked down there, and while we were walking, well, I guess it was when we were walking back, he says, "I can't tell you how much I appreciate you doing that for us." He says, "You'd be surprised how many people really just don't care about these national forests anymore." And he was really, really, really happy that we cared enough to put the bridge out. He says, "You didn't have to do it. It may have even been a little dangerous for you, and I wouldn't have recommended it if I'd known you were going to do it. But since you did it, I'm very appreciative that you did it, because, you know, that bridge could be gone forever. At least now we can preserve a piece of the history, and I mean, they're going to have to rebuild this section, but we can preserve a piece of that history." So he was very appreciative. And so the point of this video is, and I've talked about this a lot, is I keep getting a sense. When I was a kid, I remember going to National Forest, and it was the place to be to me. It was very exciting, very new, very fresh. And now you go to the National Forest, and it seems like there's trash everywhere. You know, the ranger services are struggling to keep up with taking care of them. It seems uncared for. Not that it's anybody's fault, but I do believe that people have just lost interest in the National Forest. I don't know how many people actually walk these trails anymore. Volunteers take care of them. I wonder if that's the only people that walk them. And, you know, I saw the volunteers a while back cutting grass on the trail with a lawnmower. And I just, you know, so yeah, you know, of course I was going to put this fire out. There is absolutely no way I was going to let this beautiful bridge, this piece of history, piece of the National Forest, labor given by volunteers, materials given by volunteers, I wasn't going to let it burn. So I was more than happy to, because they don't think many other people would have done it. They just walked away, and you know, they might have called the ranger service. They might have. It was so late in the evening, you may not have been able to get a hold of them. I think it was 6 o'clock. He said that it's unlikely anybody would have gotten a hold of them. So there you have it. Anyway, so there. Take care of our National Forest. That's the message for the day. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Click like if you like the video, and happy travels.